Hello and welcome to TA for Traders. It's Friday the 12th of May and I'm Nigel Croft. In this video we'll be looking at Barclays, where we'll see that the shares are at the support of the 200-day moving average. If this doesn't hold, expect further falls. We'll be looking at Hurricane Energy, which had a move up last week, has since consolidated, finding support at its 20-day moving average, still looks okay. And then we'll be looking at two US stocks. Coles came out with figures last night, has got a horrible chart, a big engulfing pattern on the candle, and looks like it's going to go lower. There is a key support level that needs to be broken first though, and then we'll look at NVDA, which has broken to the upside and looks a very good chart. Thank you. So starting with Barclays, here we've got the daily, and you can see that we've pulled back to the 200-day moving average, which is presently at 203.61, and I think that's a key support level. Below there you can see there's very little really to hold this share until we get back down to about the 180 levels. On the daily chart, you can see that the 20 and the 50-day are moving down strongly, a negative influence on this stock. You can see that there was a bear cross on the 20 and the 50 back in March, and that they've been a key influence ever since then. It did rally up to the 50-day on the 27th of April, but that was the moving average is the key, and it pushed it back down, back below the 20 now. To me, it's going to push below this 200-day. The RSI is below 50, 39.42, and is indicating negative momentum, and the MACD are flashing sell as well. Looking at the weekly chart, you can see that the support only comes in at the 50-week moving average, which is at 196 on this chart. RSI negative, MACD negative. Again, you've got the 200-day and the 20-day moving average moving down strongly. Sorry, week averages moving down strongly. And on the very short term, this is the 4-hour chart, and you can see that we had the rally up. It came up towards the 200 4-hour moving average, gone back down. We've got the 20 having crossed the 50. We've bounced up towards the 50 again, back below the 20. I would expect them to give the push downwards. MACD is rolling again, even though at the moment it is still slightly positive. RSI is below 50, 40.6, and it is tracking down. So overall, I expect the support to be tested. Looking at the support resistance levels on Barclays, support at 204.21, and then that key support at the 200-day 203.61. Moving on to Hurricane Energy, and it had a good move last week, has since consolidated, finding support at its 20-day moving average. Perhaps it's lost a bit of its upside momentum. The RSI has come back down. However, it's still above 50, 55.29. Really, you'd hope this moving average will hold. There is a bit of support below there at the 56.79 level. But I'm hoping that the moving averages holds, then we push on higher. That would then bring positive momentum back in on both the RSI and the MACD. On the weekly, obviously it's been a very strong share since the double bottom that we had here in March. Slightly overextended maybe from the moving averages. RSI showing positive momentum, did get slightly overbought on that peak last week, nearly went to 80. MACD are flatlining. On this chart, you would maybe expect some more consolidation. let these moving averages catch up, but that consolidation could be on the 20-day moving average as that's moving up. Certainly no warning signs coming from this chart. And on the very short term, the 4 hour, you can just see that on the 4 hour, just today we've gone below the 24-hour moving average. Nothing to be concerned about. The 54-hour moving average is still moving up and is still a positive trend on this market. Again, slightly lost its upside momentum on both the RSI and MACD, but again, nothing to be concerned about. The consolidation could continue a bit longer before we hopefully start to move up again. Looking at the support resistance levels, resistance 63.75 and then the high 67.90, with the support on this 20-day, as I've said, 59.34, and then support at 57.35. Now moving to the US, and Coles came out with figures yesterday, and you can see the shares did go up initially and then collapsed. We've got this massive engulfing candle picture here. There is one support level just below where we closed. However, with an engulfing pattern like that, it would be very, very surprising if there's no follow-through selling. You can see that there was quite high volume on the sell-off, and that further downside should be expected. It's broken the RSI below 50, now at 39.74, and these MACDs are going to track down over the next day or two and indicate negative momentum. Looking at the weekly, perhaps you can see a head and shoulder formation here, left shoulder through from August 16 through to October, and then the head, and then we've just had the right shoulder. We're now breaking to the downside. If we break the support that we're seeing at about 36.60, expect that to be confirmation of the head and shoulder break, and we would see falls below the 32 level. On the short term, again an engulfing candle, RSI again negative, and the MACD have started to roll and are flashing a sell signal. So looking at the support resistance on Coles, let's look at the supports. Key support 36.66, then nothing till 34.07, and then nothing till 32. On the upside, the 20-day is at 39.39. Finally, moving on to NVDA, came out with figures. It's left a gap, it's bounced to the upside. All the moving averages are now tracking upwards. It's very positive when you see a company that's created gaps like it has. It's created another gap. Now that confirms the consolidation as a flag, and yes, there may be consolidation because we are slightly overbought. RSI is up at 80 or 79.5. Any consolidation will prove short-lived, and further upside should be expected given the positive upside momentum, and also given the volumes that we've had on this break. If it hadn't been on high volume, you could be cautious, but because it's on high volume, it looks good, and technically that's a very good picture. Looking at the longer term, you can see there's no resistance now. We're into new high ground, and again positive momentum coming through from the RSI picture. Very quickly on the short term, I mean obviously the gap leaves this not of that much interest. We've had a consolidation just towards the close. Don't worry about that. As I said, we are slightly overextended, slightly overbought. Any consolidation is good, and further upside should be expected. And looking at the support resistance levels, there's only one resistance, that's the all-time high 130.43, with supports coming in if necessary quite a way below the present level because of the gap, 110 and then 104.69. So that's been TA for Traders on Friday the 12th of May, having a look at 2 US and 2 UK stocks. I hope you found this video of interest. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe. I'm coming out with daily videos, not just on single stocks, but also on indices, commodities, and the FX markets. Please remember that these videos are for educational purposes only and are my opinions, and in no way are they meant as an investment recommendation. I'll be back next week. Please do look at the disclaimer. Thank you.